Newsflash, it is currently Friday, August 29th on the day of this recording, but yesterday something happened that was pretty cool for us NFL jersey slash uniform geeks because it was announced all the way back in, I believe, April that the NFL was doing a program with Nike called Rivalries, where two divisions, four teams each, would each get one special uniform that was location inspired to be worn for a rivalry game once a year for the next 3 years. And as the years go by, so next year they're going to have more and more and more divisions be added. So we're going to have a whole bunch of basically City Connect jerseys for the NFL. Yesterday, we got our taste of the first 8. So you and I today, we're going to play one of our favorite games. We call it thumbs up or thumbs down. We basically just look at a list of things like jerseys, logos, etc., whatever it is, and we decide, do we like it? Do we not? And we'll judge. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the list. I just want to make sure I have the names in front of me. Here we go. All right, we start with the Buffalo Bills. This is called Cold Flint.
All right. I will say we are retiring the double thumbs and middle thumbs. So when I do the double thumbs or the double down, I'm, to be clear, just doing thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm just showing more pizzazz because we start off with a banger. These are terrific. These are absolutely tremendous. This is the best jersey the Bills have. I love the silver or the gray. I don't know if they're calling it silver or gray. These are gorgeous. Shout out to the Bills fans that got mad for the Bengals wearing white back in the playoff game. These are sick. Great job, Buffalo. Great job, Nike.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a thumbs up. I absolutely love that they decided to go all out on the white because this is the team that is known for playing in the elements, known for playing in the snow. So it's perfect. And I think the silver is actually a nod to the fact that they're called the Nickel City in Buffalo, something like that. So nice little touch there. And this picture doesn't show it, but the sleeve logos too have this nice metallic texture to them, so it looks really cool. Next up, we're going to stay in the AFC East. We've got the Miami Dolphins. This one is called Dark Waters.
These are a bang. These are absolute cash. I should be buying one of these, frankly. Maybe Devon Achane. I don't know. These are excellent. I love I'm a big sucker for black jerseys.
Me too.
I wonder why. I love it with the orange. I love it with the teal. That's just a perfect use of the color palette together. And that the blue really pops off the black. I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually take this into a completely different territory, a completely different sport. In Major League Soccer, New York City FC has this really cool black jersey, or they used to have a black jersey that had similar colors because the teams just have similar colors. So it's when you have those colors, the Miami blue, the aqua blue, the orange on black, those colors just stand out so much more. And I feel like the Dolphins are the perfect team that didn't have a black uniform that needed a black uniform. And it turned out gorgeous. So big thumbs up for
me. These are great.
Coming up next, we've got the New England Patriots. This is called the Northeastern jersey.
3 for 3. These are bangers. These are so good to me that I would consider making these a permanent jersey. Their permanent home jersey. I love the color here. It's a little bit of a more nuancy blue than their usual blue. Of course, I love their red jerseys. And yeah, the lack of red. I think there's still the tail of the Patriot on the logo, I think is still red. But I love the alternate logo. It was not? Okay, beautiful. Even better. I love the NE on the sleeves with this jersey. Really sick.
Yeah, that logo was really cool.
Sick use of their alternates. This is excellent.
It's really, really well done. And I honestly feel like you add a bit of red to this uniform, you're in discussion for potentially making this the primary uniform. I know that they've worn the navy blue for a long time, but it's this is gorgeous. They nailed this one too.
Great job.
All right. Last up for the AFC East. We head to New Jersey, I guess, the New York, New Jersey area. The New York Jets. This one is called Gotham City Football Club.
Hmm. I am going to give these a tentative up. Not quite a resounding one like the other ones. I'm more up than down on these. I'll say. It is a dark green. It's not black. They already have their blackout stealth black jerseys. I would be intrigued to see what these look like on the field with the lighting here. There's probably a filter over it. It could be a little goofy. I've seen some other images that it's more of like a military green, like a really dark
Yeah,
military green. I do like it. Not like rushing to go buy these, but I think these are solid jerseys. I'd wear these in Madden.
yeah. I think it's good that you'd wear them in Madden because they're actually in Madden. That's funny because EA actually just straight up put all 8 of these in the game right when they came out, so that was cool.
Nice.
So I think the one thing for me, obviously the color, we've discussed that. It's a bit weird. It might look better on the field. I guess we'll see.
Hmm.
I think the one thing, in my opinion, that is holding this back from being a lot better is I don't love the number font. The number font on this one
Hmm.
is a little bit weird to me too. So it's like it had potential. It could be a lot better. I'm in the agreement that it's like a tentative thumbs up for me, but like this one might be one of the weaker ones of the bunch, but it's not bad at all.
Right. This is the kind of case that, like, weird analogy time, but if you took like an engineering class at Georgia Tech, the bottom, like the middle third of the class, they're still going to be engineers, but they're not quite at the top of the class, you know?
Correct. All right, time to shift divisions. We head now to the NFC West. We go to the Arizona Cardinals. They finally get a sand-colored jersey. This is called Built to Last.
Ooh. This is the first time I've seen like a good picture of these. We are 5 for 5. Nike, hello.
I agree. We are
I'm a
5 for
huge
5
fan.
so far. These
I'm a huge fan. These are nice. It's Arizona. I don't want to say timeless because timeless should apply to like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Wings. The Cardinals, their quote unquote timeless look is because they're cheap and their jerseys like sucked for years and years and years. Well, they've updated and now they've done something outside the box. I really like it. I like the when any sand is used with the Diamondbacks, the Cardinals, the Suns. I love that deserty vibe. Big fan as an Arizona grad. Bear down, go Cats. I love it. So great job, Nike. These are probably third to me. These are definitely in the top class, though.
Yeah, these, obviously people are going to make the tortilla jokes, and fine, fair enough. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
have a problem with teams going outside the box when the jersey's only going to be worn once a year. And I think the
Mhm.
Cardinals did a great job of like really evoking that whole desert vibe. And I think that's apparent too because they put the Arizona State emblem, flag, whatever that is, on the sleeves this time around. They don't usually do that. So
Mhm.
they incorporated that very nicely. They incorporated the trim colors very nicely. I mean, like you said, when Arizona teams go to like the sand colors, I like it for the most part. I think sometimes it probably could be hit or miss, but this one was definitely a hit.
Mhm. Yes, definitely a hit.
Now we go to my neck of the woods. We're gonna
Mhm.
go to Los Angeles, the LA Rams going midnight mode.
Hate to do it to you. 6 for 6.
6 for 6, baby.
Nike cooked here. I
Yeah.
love it. Is it officially black or is it a dark blue?
It's I still think it's a dark blue, but there's it's like so like dark that it almost is black. I don't know 100% for sure.
Okay. Love it. Again, I tend to like blackout jerseys. This is a great use of one. This is a team that doesn't have black in their regular uniforms, doesn't have black in their regular logo. It's blue, yellow, and white, or sometimes bone. I'm famously high on the bone jerseys, but
People's opinions on that vary. I'll put it that way.
yes, but I think these are really nice. The ram horn, of course, pops out really nice against the black.
It
Big
does.
fan of these. Big fan.
One thing I will add too. So the horns on the sleeves are a massive upgrade over what they actually wear because this horn actually like fully completely curls around the sleeve cup as you can see there.
Mhm.
What you can't quite tell from this picture is that there's like a bit of a gradient pattern. Like the royal blue is right here, and then
Mhm.
as you get further down the sleeve, there's a gradient pattern, and it's on
Mhm.
the pant leg too. But what
Okay.
I love about that gradient pattern is the pattern is the same as the tiles that you see on the roof of SoFi.
Hmm.
So that's a really, really creative touch. They have that in the numbers too. I think the
Mhm.
only thing holding this uniform back for me for being a perfect 10 out of 10 is the numbers are white. I would rather they be yellow. That's it. That's my only qualm.
Hmm.
But other than that, it's like I think they absolutely knock these out of the park. I love the blue to black gradient. I know that's divided a couple people, but it
Mhm.
looks good. I think it looks good. I think they pulled it off really nicely, and I like that it's supposed to be, inspired by SoFi. And like you said too, the darker color on the helmet makes the horns just pop even more. So this is like 9.5 out of 10. I love it.
Great work.
Our second to last uniform for the faithful, the San Francisco 49ers. Um, we might have slightly differing opinions on this one. I don't know.
Mm. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think these are really nice. Probably 6 out of 7 so far. Sorry, Jets. But I think these are really nice. A sort of like a reverse retro vibe to me, because you have the classic whites that look like this that they wear from time to time. They're throwbacks, but now you have a black version. I like these. Again, this is another team that doesn't usually have black in their color palette,
I had a
so
black color rush for a while at some point.
that is true. So this is a nice change of pace. I like the gold like drop shadow on the numbers. I think that's a great way as opposed to just doing like a regular outline. The sleeves are nice. The helmet's a nice touch. I like red as an accent color in particular here. The gold is like a tertiary color. So I think these are really good. Are they my favorite of the bunch? No, but I'd say they're probably six out of 7 so far.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of in the same boat there. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, but
Okay.
to me, it feels like they didn't really do a whole lot to necessarily like be different. Like the Rams, for example, theirs isn't a whole lot different, but they added gradients and they added things to it that have meaning. The 49ers, it works because it
Hmm.
looks nice, but it's like, what did they realistically do? They changed colors to black. They made the
Hmm.
stripes on the sleeves red, and then they changed the number font. And they have like a new word mark on the front. I think it's supposed to say faithful. I'm not 100% sure.
Hmm.
It's not bad, but it could have been better. They could have
Okay.
done something to give it a little bit more meaning, but it
Hmm.
will look good on the field. I'll give them that. So yeah, they get
Yeah,
a thumbs up for me.
I like these. Good jersey.
Lastly, 8 out of 8, we move to Seattle. This uniform is called High Decibel Zone. And I just want to make sure that I'm bringing up a Seahawks uniform and not an Oregon Ducks uniform, but there you go.
We were talking pre-show. We have the Seagon Sea Ducks here. I'm a fan. I generally like Oregon jerseys, so the trolling I don't mind it. I like the sleeves particularly, the shoulders and sleeves. It
I
has
do
like
like
a
those, yeah.
sort of like a shimmery pattern. I know
Yeah.
it's supposed to evoke the like decibel meters at stadium. At not Quest Field anymore.
Lumen
Uh,
Field.
Lumen Field. Yes, thank you. I like it. I think it kind of looks like shimmering waves, like sound waves in this case.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I like the color. It sort of is like an egg. uh, It looks more eggshell in this picture, but I know it's supposed to be more of a gray. I will forever miss the action green. This is what iridescent green they claim.
Emerald green, I think, because Emerald
Emerald
City,
green.
Seattle.
Okay. I okay. I like it. Thumbs up. I think they end up in the bottom half of the 8, but I like these.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a thumbs up too. So we're 8 for 8 with the thumbs up. But I think that there was just a little bit more that they could have probably done with the helmet. I don't love the helmet color. It's fine. It
Mhm.
works. It's for a one-off, so I'm not gonna complain about it. But I feel like, based on like the shade of their logo when they were teasing these uniforms, I thought maybe we were gonna get a bit more of a brighter green. I think I told you too, it was gonna be similar to the action green, but it was gonna be like more distinct green than it's a tennis ball color. So
Hey
I,
man, respect my goat.
but it's good. I like the shimmery pattern on the numbers. I like the sleeve pattern. I think it looks really nice. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, we were 8 for 8. I feel like every team did pretty well with the rivalry uniforms. You don't really see teams do that or massive jersey drops like this where the teams will do really well like that across the board. So,
Mhm.
a couple things I think you and I would rather change, but for the most part, yeah, W's across the board.
Yeah, these are the kind that I would definitely have in my rotation. If I were a fan of one of these teams, I'd absolutely go buy one. And even I'm not a fan of any of these teams, but I might go get a Dolphins one. Those are pretty sick. Maybe an HN, like I said. If I don't hate the Bills, maybe one of those. Like if I had to complete a collection, like a
Yeah.
presidential order, you must buy a jersey. Then okay, I'd probably get this one instead of one of the Bills' regular ones. But I think these are really good across the board. Probably if we were tier listing like jersey drops, this is probably an S tier jersey drop. Straight bangers, no skips, 10 out of 10. Great.
Yeah, I think the one thing a lot of people have to keep in mind too is that this is more of like a futuristic thing. It's not
Mhm.
everything needs to be a throwback. I know that there are a lot of people out there who would shill for throwbacks and that's fine, but I feel like we need to be moving in a bit more of a current direction too. We can't always
Mhm.
go backwards. We at some point have to try things like this. And I think this is the
Mhm.
perfect opportunity for teams to try things. So I think for the most part, a couple little tweaks I think you and I would make, but
Mhm.
overall, solid stuff. So
Great.
if
Great
you
work.
guys made it to the end of this video, do us a favor, comment down below, let us know which jersey you would buy.